Do. Well, hello, everybody. We are up and running. Just let me plug this in. Yeah, I'm going to get it. I got it. We are up and running, guys. How you doing? It is, what day is it today? It's Tuesday. It is in the evening, and I had about 45 minutes to myself, so I thought I'd play a little bit of Warcraft since I had about 45 minutes to myself, and I thought, well, why don't I do a play-in chat? So that's what we're doing here today. Play-in chat time. Hoping you guys can all hear me and see me okay. Do me a favor and just let me know, for those of you who are here already, just let me know if you're able to see and hear me all right, because I never know until I'm actually going. Running, guys. It looks like I'm up and running, I think. So it looks like things are working. I'm not 100% positive, though. And hello to Anthony and Kyle and everybody else who's here as we're going to start. Caleb. Hello, guys. So just hanging out, going to talk about some stuff. Look, I'm going to play. And while I do, every once in a while, I'm going to gander over at the regular chat board. If you got something, if you want to contribute to the channel, want to use the super chat feature, by all means, please do. But other than that, I'll still look over and check out the regular chat. Sci-Fi Life is here. Matthew Nichols, and Matthew's letting me know that it looks and sounds good. Good! With that said, time to get going. Now, as of right now, I'll update you guys on my progress. So right now, Darth Filthy, I'm level 14 right now, and I got a few quests on the go that I gotta kind of try to take care of. First of all, let me buff up and get my water and everything here. Always got to, I wish they didn't make you, like my food and water, which is what I used, the food to gain my health back, the water is to what to get my mana back, and I need mana to cast spells. I wish food and water didn't disappear in between games. I honestly don't know why they have that happen. But anyway, okay, I'm all buffed up. So now I am ready to go. I picked up some extra bags too, because I was running out of space to hold my stuff. So yeah, that was a problem. But I picked up some extra bags just to make sure we're all good. Let's see, people saying, hey, what's up? Hi, John. I hope all's okay. All seems to be okay. Having a good evening tonight so far. Ann and I had dinner together, which is great. We've got to go meet some people in about 45 minutes to an hour. So I'm in the middle of some quests here. And the one I'm going to focus on right now is I got to collect glutton shackles, 6 glutton shackles, and dark soul shackles. So I guess I got to go north and then south. So without wasting any time, let's start traveling north. One of the things that's really weird about going from playing regular Warcraft, which if you guys remember, I was playing regular Warcraft again for a while, is that my level was high enough that I had like not only a horse, not only a fast horse, I had not just a flying mount, I had like a high speed flying mount. So whenever I needed to get anywhere in the game, it was actually pretty damn easy to get around in the game. Now, when I just got to like go up here, it takes me like 2 or 3 minutes just to make the walk. And if and I gotta take long. Look, I'm not afraid of that bear. That bear is nothing to me. It's a level 11, but it just takes extra time to stop and fight it if I want to stop and fight it. So, on the road I go. Anthony's writing in the chat there, if I'm excited for Werewolf by Night in the MCU. Not really, but look, me saying I'm not excited about something does not necessarily mean that I'm against something. You know, that's 2 different things. Now, can I get there if I go this way? Because it looks like the stuff I got to get to is this way, but I don't know if I can. I'm going to take a risk and see if I can do it. Going to go this way. So just because you say you're not necessarily excited about something, that doesn't necessarily mean you're against something. So I will just have to wait and see about that for now. All right. To be honest with you, I'm not even sure what it is I'm after. It's definitely not the bears. So what am I after here? Is it that stuff? No. Whatever it is, there should be something around here. Is it that? Ooh, it is that. So I have to kill Moonrage Gluttons. All right. Oh, it's running away. Why is it running away? Oh, there's others. Okay. Let me see what I can do here. This thing's a regular level 12. I should be able to kill it. All right. And this should do it? No, one more. There we go. So now will he give me... I don't know what to... Oh, one of his shackles. Oh, here comes something big. Oh, that thing's big and it wants to fight. Okay. I just got to keep shooting it with fireballs. I'll stand back here. I love that freeze spell. I can just hold the guy in place, and this should do it. Great. Okay. Hopefully these guys will have these shackles, and yep, glutton shackles. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you so much, sir. Glutton shackles it is. All right. Sit down, drink some water, because you can see from up here my mana has been depleted a bit. So drinking water gives me my... So the green bar up here, for those of you who don't know much about Warcraft, the green bar is my health. So if that gets down to nothing, I die. The blue bar underneath it is my mana. And every time I cast a spell, every spell has a certain amount of mana that it costs you. So if I run out of mana, I can't cast any spells. Sitting down and drinking water refreshes your mana. So, okay. I need to find more. Oh, there's tons of these things over here. All right. See if I can get this guy without drawing anybody else. Why is he resisting? Screw you with your resisting. Okay, freeze him in place. Fireball. Boom! And you're dead. Do you have a Dark Soul Shackle? No, you don't. Well, screw you then. Louis Chapa is just asking there if I have kept up with Supernatural. Oh, yeah, I'm all caught up on Supernatural. The problem, here's my thing. Supernatural has been one of my favorite shows for a long time. Oh, you know what? I bet I can skin these. I forgot to skin these guys. Because I get money for the leather. I picked, you can pick certain skills and trades, and I picked skinning. So when I kill an animal with fur, I can skin them. I know that sounds a little gross, but I can collect like leather off them, and then I make money off that leather, which is actually pretty good. So yeah, I've kept up with Supernatural. The problem is I really hated the season finale of the last season. Hated it. And it's the first time I have ever straight up hated, oh, he was right there, that I have straight up hated an episode of Supernatural. I've never straight up hated a thing of Supernatural before. And I straight up hated it. What they did with Chuck, kind of retconning everything they've ever let us know about Chuck, really was disappointing to me. Okay, I need to sit and eat because he actually took away a lot of my health. So yeah, I was really disappointed by that. I was not a fan of that. I did not like that. And it pissed me off. And I get it. It's like, oh, okay, all of a sudden we're going into our, oh, Dark Soul Shackle, I needed that. I get it. You're going into your final season and you need a new big bad guy for the final season. So suddenly you're going to make Chuck the big bad guy? For those of you who don't watch Supernatural, Chuck is actually God. You find that out in the later seasons of the show, that this character Chuck has been God all along. And he's never been a bad guy. And all of a sudden now, in the series finale, or the season finale, they made him this giant dick. And I was really disappointed to see them do that. Because it completely retcons everything they ever told us about Chuck, everything they ever said about Chuck. Yeah, man, it was just disappointing. And I did not like what they did. It almost felt desperate. And like I said, I've never felt that way. Oh, good, he had a shackle too. I've never felt that way about anything regarding Supernatural before, which is unfortunate. It really is. A super chat came in from DMV Fan 123. Thank you, DMV Fan, who wrote in, have you watched Bodyguard with Richard Madden? Here's the thing. I heard all this amazing stuff about it, And sure enough, it's awesome. It's awesome. I watched the first episode, then it took me like a month to get around to the next episode. I don't know why it took me that long, but it did. It took me like a month to get around to the next episode. And then once I watched the next episode, I also thought that was great. But the thing is, even though I really liked it, I never got back around to watching another episode. So it's still there on my list of things I need to watch. And I need to get, because I do like it. It's just, it's weird. You think, well, if you liked it, wouldn't you just like watch it? And it's like, you'd think I would, but I didn't. And I kind of fell behind a little bit. So I never finished it, but I just saw the first 2 episodes, loved the first 2 episodes. And I know it's only a few episodes long, so it should be easy for me to finish off. But I did really like, I'm starting to really believe that Richard Madden might be the most talented guy to come out of Game of Thrones. He's fantastic. Okay, these guys are all Dark Souls. Oh, this guy's a Moonrage Glutton, so I need him. Okay, let me kill this guy. And you're gonna die. I'm gonna kill you in your face. Alright, so he's dead. Moon Glutton Shackle guy got... Oh, I need 4 more of those. Okay, so I only needed 3 of the Dark Soul Shackles. I need 6 of the Glutton Shackles. So I need to make sure I find guys who actually give up the Glutton Shackles. Problem is, there's other guys running around killing these guys.
I need to get closer.
Now I got to get this guy before the other guy attacks him. There we go. It shouldn't be a problem. There seem to be a lot of them around, so I should be good. One fireball should do it. Alright, now you're dead. Do you have... No, didn't have one for me. But I will skin you. I'll cut your skin off your body. Delightful. Let's see. Jetfire is writing in the chat. The first episode Chuck was in was titled The Monster at the End of the Book. That's right. What is it? What was that again? See, at first, this character Chuck was portrayed as this guy who was like a writer of some sorts. He was like a fan fiction writer. And then later in the series, they revealed that the reason he knew all these things... at first they thought he was like a prophet, right? They thought he was like a prophet because he knew all these things about the boys and about Dean, Sam and Dean, even though he had never met them, but he knew all their stories and everything. So they assumed he was some sort of prophet, whatever. And it wasn't until later, during one of the season finales, that they kind of revealed to the audience that Chuck was God. So they kind of revealed that to the audience. But it wasn't until years later that they kind of revealed that same truth to Sam and Dean. They had never actually revealed to Sam and Dean for several seasons later that Chuck was actually God. And which was an interesting kind of way for them to handle that. I don't need ice cold milk, but I need to take it in order to skin this guy. And I'll take your light leather. Thank you very much. Okay, hold on a second here. Oh, I shouldn't even be killing this guy. This guy doesn't have what I need. Oh, well. I'll still take the experience. Thank you very much. Alright, and you're dead. And I'll still skin you. Okay, so I need to find these guys who give up the shackles. That guy gives up the shackles, but he's being killed by somebody else. That guy gives up shackles. So I will go and kill him. This guy is an elite, so I've got to avoid him. Yeah, this guy over here is a big, strong guy that I can't take. So I have to avoid him pretty much at all costs. Because he will kill me. Like, I can't take that guy. He will straight up kill me. So I gotta be careful. Ah, good. One of the glutton shackles. So what do I need? I need 3 more. Okay. Now this guy, this player over here, better be careful not to draw this big guy's attention. Because I don't know if she realizes that big guy is actually, in fact, an elite. Oh, and she drew the elite's attention. And now she's running away. And the elite killed her. Ah, I knew that was going to happen. Why is he running towards me? I don't want... Okay, he's going the other way now. Good. Yeah, see, this player over here, she probably thought that was just another werewolf. And she didn't realize it was an elite character. And elite characters we cannot take at these low levels. We cannot take them on. All right, refill up here. Okay, skinned him, and I need to sit and drink water. And then Jetfire's writing, the monster at the end of the book, do you think that was a foreshadow to Chuck being the final big bad? No, I don't. Honestly, I don't think they'll never convince me that it was their plan to make Chuck the big bad guy all along. They'll never convince me of that. That was a last minute, desperate kind of thing as, oh, we suddenly decided to end the show after next season. All right, well, we need a big bad. Who can be the biggest bad? Lucifer. Okay, yeah, Lucifer. Let's make Lucifer, or not Lucifer. We already did Lucifer. How, God. Let's make God the big bad guy at the end. I'm like, really? But that's not how you portrayed Chuck at all this entire time. It just made no sense to me. So no, I think what they did at the end of that episode was they let the audience know that was Chuck, but that Chuck indeed was God. But I never, not once did I ever get the feeling, or did anything in the events of that made me go, oh, you know what they might be doing? Maybe they're saying he's going to be a big villain at some point. I really don't think so. I will never be convinced that they ever planned for Chuck to be the villain. I will always believe that it was a desperate kind of last-minute decision once they realized they were ending the show after the following season, to suddenly make him the bad guy and that he'll be the bad guy. So that's what I thought at any rate. Okay, hold on a second. Let me finish this guy off. Hopefully he will have one of these things I'm needing, because they're giving them up pretty stingily. Ooh, he died. Nice. Do you have... No, but he's got a nice weapon there. That'll be nice. I can use that. Or at least I can sell that. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even notice a bunch of other questions came in on the Super Chat. Hold on a second, guys. Let me get to those. Let's see. All right. Leech Live Reactions writes, why do you think we haven't gotten an uncut Gems trailer? Plus, do you think Adam Sandler could get an Oscar nomination? Well, I mean, it's impossible to say. I haven't seen it. I mean, any actor, let's be clear, any actor in any movie... Oh, this undead mage is going to die. Oh, no, because she wasn't fighting the elite guy. Any actor in any movie can win an Academy Award. Let's just be clear about that. Any actor in any movie at any time can win an Academy Award. Can Adam Sandler? Sure, because he's any actor in any movie at any time. What are his legitimate chances? Well, I can't say, because I haven't seen the movie. So, having not seen the movie, I can't give a legitimate opinion as to whether I think he's got any legitimate chance or not. So I just don't know. And why do I think we haven't gotten a trailer? I never, I'll be honest with you, Leech Live. I'll be honest with you. I never worry about when's a trailer coming. I never worry about that, particularly with things that are coming out on Netflix. I never, ever worry about that. But even with theatrical movies, I never worry about when a trailer's coming. A trailer really, at the end of the day, is just a commercial. I never worry about when we're getting commercials. Now, the only time I start to wonder about trailers and when is a trailer coming is when we get to, like, within 2 or 3 months of a movie coming out, if it's theatrical, and they still haven't shown us a trailer, That's when I start to get a little wondery. But as far as online streaming stuff, I never wonder about that. They'll release stuff when they're ready to release it. And even at the end of the day, even for theatrical films, they're just commercials ultimately. But once a movie's theatrical, and like say it gets to within 3 months, 2.5 months of the movie supposed to be coming out, and we've still never gotten a trailer for it, then I start to raise my eyebrow and go, what's going on? Like, we're like 12 weeks out from a movie supposedly supposed to be released, and we still have got no trailer for it. Something smells fishy. But until we're within like 12 weeks, 11 weeks of that happening, I don't generally worry about it. Anyway, Ryan Platts writes, I'm watching Taxi Driver for the first time. Good on ya. Classic film. The last time I watched Taxi Driver, I actually got on a plane, which I don't like to do. I don't like getting on planes. But I actually got on a plane, flew to New York for a special anniversary screening of Taxi Driver with Martin Scorsese there. I was still with AMC at the time, and they contacted us and said, hey, do you want to come down and actually interview Martin Scorsese as a part of this anniversary thing? So me and Dennis were like, we don't like to fly, but go down for a special screening of Taxi Driver and interview Martin Scorsese? Yes, please. So we got to go down, and here's the kicker. We got there, flew all the way to New York. Please don't be the elite. He's not. Okay, so you're going to die. I'm going to kill you. Flew all the way down to New York, got there, got off the plane after a 5-hour drive, got off the plane, and immediately checked my phone, turned on my phone after the flight was done, and there was a message waiting for me that had come to me after I had already gotten on the flight that said, Martin Scorsese can't do the interview anymore. And Dennis and I got off the plane and we're like, we just flew 5 hours across the country to land and find out we came out here for no reason. Oh, that was a fun thing. But I gotta say though, at the same time, we did get to go to this special screening with all these stars. That was the first time I ever met Sam Rockwell. I met Sam Rockwell at that screening, and we chatted for a bit, which was great. And I met a number of other people there. So even though the purpose of us going down got negated because, Scorsese couldn't do the interview anymore, something came up. At least, this guy doesn't give me what I need, so I'm not worried about him. At least we got to see the movie and enjoy it with Martin Scorsese there. And then Scorsese did this great Q&A, and it was wonderful and a lot of fun. So that was the last time I saw Taxi Driver. So I'm excited that you get to watch Taxi Driver for the first time. That's great. Don't be the elite. Okay, he's not the elite. Oh, guess what? You're going to die. I'm going to kill you because you came up behind me and hit me when I wasn't even looking, you giant jerk. So death to you. I should probably ice this guy. Yeah, I can ice him. So done. And I'm going to skin you. Death to you. Aw, come on, really? First of all, you're a jerk. I just turned him into a sheep, just to give myself some time, because I'm actually a little bit low on health. I think if I just straight up try to fight this guy right now, I'm going to die. So I'm just going to leave. Yeah, he's going to turn out from being a sheep in a minute here. Then he'll come running after me, but I've run too far now, so he's just going to turn around and go away. Yep. See, here he comes, but he's going to stop. He's going to turn around and go away. So I need to sit down and eat and drink. Okay. Anyway, I'm glad. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Okay, QS Hicks writes, DreamWorks has some hits, but never gained the same caliber as Disney. Really, no studio has. Why do you think that is? Well, I mean, it's obvious. DreamWorks has had some hits. Not just hits. They've made some really, really good movies. But They've never made movies on the level of Pixar. Why not? Well, because almost nobody has. I mean, remember, you can make an argument that for a couple years, Pixar was not just the best animation studio, they were the best movie studio, period. Like, nobody made movies as good as them. Not any studio, not the rest of Disney, not Warner Brothers, not Lionsgate, not Paramount, not Universal. Like, they were making consistently, every year they were making the best movies. I believe they had a streak, and that does it. All right, this quest is done. I can go back now. Turn that in. They simply, nobody else was making the movies of the caliber that Pixar was making. Nobody was. So it's not really a question of why haven't they achieved the same notoriety. It's like, well, nobody was, right? Nobody was. They make great movies. It's not like, oh, why didn't you make a movie better than Pixar or better than Disney? It's not that simple. You know, it's a little more complicated than that. Damn it. For me to get back, I got to run through all these guys. This is going to be a pain in the ass. But I got to do it. Well, I'll just kill some guys along the way, I suppose. So yeah, anyway, it's like, you know, this, Usain Bolt, has won all these gold medals and set these records. Why hasn't anybody else won all those gold records or won all those gold medals? Well, it's because it's a nearly impossible thing to do. That's why. It's incredibly difficult. But DreamWorks is great, man. They make some really good stuff. I love a lot of their movies, but yeah, again, like I said, the Usain Bolt, I don't know why, but I love using Usain Bolt in my examples, but it's a great way to make an example. It's like, well, I mean, Usain Bolt won all these gold medals. Why didn't this other guy win all those medals? Because it's really hard. It's nearly impossible. That's why. Anyway, you know what I mean. Okay, let's kill this guy. And you are dead. So these guys I won't collect any more of the shackles from these guys. They won't give up any more shackles because I've collected all the shackles that I need. Now I'll start heading back that way. Let's see. Martel Levert writes, speaking of Chuck from Supernatural, I hated what they did with Chuck at the end of the season. There was no prior indication of this. Thoughts? Well, I probably answered your question before you even answered it, before you even asked it. Yeah, that's the part that bothers me. Everything they had done with Chuck up until that point was, hey, oh crap, stay out of the way of this guy. Hey, Chuck's just a good guy, you know? And it turned out he was God, which is kind of fun. But like a God character unlike we had ever thought of before. And that's great. But all of a sudden, let's see, I think I can swim through this, yeah. All of a sudden, they just made him a big jerk. And they made him evil. Like, out of nowhere, evil. And now he's the big evil guy. And now, oh, I'm going to destroy everything. Now, it's like, what? That came out of nowhere. Like, it's not like the Daenerys thing in Game of Thrones. If you've paid attention to Game of Thrones, they have been foreshadowing for years that she was nuts. And that she was all about herself. Yeah, I would talk about that all the time in Game of Thrones post shows from season 6, 7, and everything. I said, guys, Dany's a jerk. I am telling you, no, John, she's a good guy. She's really purified. I'm like, no, just watch the show. She's a jerk. And then when it turned out at the end that she went nuts, and everybody was saying, they did that out of nowhere. I'm like, no, they didn't. I've been telling you guys for years that she is a jerk, and you wouldn't listen to me, and now they showed that I was right. I see, that's not the case with Chuck. They've really never done anything to suggest Chuck was evil. Everything about Chuck was he was on their side. And then just in the last episode, they're like, we need a big bad guy for next year. So yeah, that didn't sit well with me, I got to admit. Did not sit well with me. Okay, Charles NC writes, "Hey John, do you watch eSports? Me and my online friend are meeting up for the first time to go to the Overwatch League grand finales in Philly. Can't wait." You know what? I never have watched eSports. That's not true. I have once or twice. But right by my house, about a 10-minute drive up the road, is like this giant Overwatch arena. They have like this big, Blizzard has this giant Overwatch arena building where you can go and get tickets and go and watch the teams play from all over the world and stuff like that. And Ann and I have actually talked about going to do that sometime. If you're ever in Burbank, you should go check it out because it's right up the street, man. Have fun. All right. Connor Farley writes, "Hey, John, did you ever see the BBC Netflix show Bodyguard with Richard Madden?" Somebody just asked that a little bit earlier. Or was that you, Connor? Did you ask that same question? No, that was DMV fan that asked that. It's so funny you ask. Again, yes, I've watched the first 2 episodes. I love the episodes I've seen, and I'm going to finish it because I'm really enjoying it so far. It's really great television. I got to go turn this question. It's really, really great television. Steve Foley writes, "Hey, John, 2 great Netflix shows I watched over the weekend. Unbelievable," which somebody, by the way, just wrote in about that on the show today. Somebody recommended that show, Unbelievable, on the John Campea Show earlier today. And it's got Toni Collette, but it's also got one of the lead girls from Booksmart, which right now is still my favorite film of the year. And I'm like, oh my God, this sounds amazing. And I'm like, I got to watch it. So that's definitely going on my queue. Unbelievable and Bill Burr, Paper Tiger. I'm not familiar with that one. Not familiar with that one. But Unbelievable is definitely one that I got to check out. All right. Ooh, I'm getting 6 silver. More importantly, I'm getting a bunch of experience, and I'm picking up a new quest. Kill Grimson the Pale and bring his head to Delar Dawnweaver at the Sepulchre. All right. Apparently, I gotta go kill some dude. All right, I'm all about killing dudes. Let's kill some dudes. All right. Okay, I don't know who these 2 guys are beside me, but their names are Chucklebuck and Joker Pants. Yep, I have no idea who those are, but they win my award for the day of best names. All right, so where do I got to go to do this thing? Huh. Where do I got to kill the... Normally it shows me... Oh, there it is. That's where I got to... No, yeah, the head of Grimson. Okay, first I'm going to go over here. Okay, I'm going to go over here first and turn in this other quest. Then I'll come down here and do this new quest. So that's how I'll handle that, I think. Okay, let's get back to it here. Jake I writes, "Hey, John, did you ever see The Man from Earth?" Oh, that sounds familiar. That sounds real familiar. I want to say that I have, but I can't recall it off the top of my head. I want to say that I have, though. Anyway, not 100% sure about that, Jake, but it sounds just too familiar. Just Me says, "Seen on Twitter you opted out of iPhone 11. Why?" Yeah, well, first of all, you gotta say, and then Just Me also follows it up and says, "Since you like the Pixel, the new one comes out October 15th. Well, they're announcing, I don't know if it's coming out on October 15th, but they're going to announce it on October 15th. And yes, right now, actually, my daily driver is the Google Pixel 3 XL. It is the best phone I've ever owned. And it's clearly, the thing that made me decide to get this one, when I was decided it was time to retire my Galaxy Note 8. Because, yeah, the phone I've had right up until now was my Galaxy Note 8. And the 10 is out now. Anyway, the thing that made me go with the Pixel was every single reviewer, including Apple reviewers, were saying easily, hands down, bar none, the best camera on any phone is the Google Pixel the Google Pixel 3 is easily the best camera on any phone. And for me, the reality is that him? No. The reality is, I find most phones today are so good. This guy wants to kill me. Screw you. So I'm gonna shoot you in the face. Oh, this guy's a jerk. I hate jerks. All right. So I'm going to take your money. How do you like that, jerk? Anyway, back to the phone stuff as I eat and drink. What I've basically found is that most phones today are so good, all the flagship phones basically do the same stuff. I used to be an iPhone user, but I now prefer Android quite a bit. To be honest, I actually vastly prefer Android. But still, all the flagship phones, basically, they all do the same thing. And do them all really well. There's just a few things that differentiate them a little bit. One of those things is the camera. And to me, taking good pictures, I like to take a lot of pictures. I don't know why, I just do. Mostly dick pics. You wouldn't guess that, but I do. I take a lot of dick pics. No, I don't. I'm just kidding. I'm going to have to kill a couple of these guys, aren't I? Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to, because this guy just came over and decided he wanted to kill me. Oh, and he's strong, this guy. He's a level 16. I'm not even totally sure I'm going to be able to kill him easy. I don't know what that just did, but it hurt. I'm stunned. Okay, I'm not stunned anymore. Whew. That guy was tough. All right, I'm going to have to sit down and gas up again. But a really good camera is really important to me. And if you follow me on Instagram or anything like that, you see that I really like taking pictures and things like that. Mostly of, my friends and my dogs and my wife. I just like, those are the things I like to take pictures of the most. But, damn, more of these guys. I better deal with them. This time, though, I'm not letting him sneak up on me. There we go. Nice. And so ultimately I lean towards that. Now, when I saw the when I saw the iPhone 11 presentation, what am I supposed to do here? When I saw the iPhone 11 presentation, oh good, I completed the quest. Yay. Bring Delia's ring to Executor Harding at the Sept. Okay, so that's simple enough. Now I gotta go do this other quest. So when I saw the iPhone 11 presentation, I thought, ooh, that looks really good. The 3 cameras, the processor, it all looked really great. And I was kind of enamored with it for a minute, because it really is a powerhouse of a phone. But the more I looked at it, the more it just, understanding that most phones all do the same thing anyway, it just still had most of the iPhone drawbacks to me. Drawbacks such as, what the hell is with them still putting that stupid lightning bolt connector with the phone? I mean, even with the iPad Pro, they understand USB-C is the way to go. And so they've made the iPad Pro USB-C, right? So they've already started moving to USB-C. So why not go USB-C on the iPhones? There's no reason to not do that. Like, I have a huge collection of USB-C power cables, connectors, all that kind of stuff. I've got all the peripherals, everything I've got it, everything I need for USB-C. Apple themselves have already started to make the move to USB-C. Okay, how do I get over here? Maybe I gotta go around. I think I gotta go around, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna go around. So why stick with this really pain-in-the-ass lightning bolt connector? And I just started thinking about it, and I realized, you know what? This is going to become an issue. Like, with the fact that I've got all my stuff as USB-C, it's going to become an issue that... it's going to eventually become an issue for me that... Oh, crap. Am I actually trapped here? No, I can get away. It may not seem like a big deal, but it's going to become an issue that my stuff, all my cables, all my stuff is USB-C, and all they've got here are I've got to get a lightning bolt connectors, because, like, seriously, think about it. In my bedroom, in my living room, in my kitchen, in my office, USB-C connectors everywhere for all my other devices and stuff. But now suddenly I got to also put lightning bolt connectors everywhere. That seemed like a pain in the ass. I didn't like the fact that it doesn't have a stylus. There's no reason for their thing not to have a stylus. How do I get here? I'm surrounded by mountains. Unless there's some path I gotta take. I think I gotta go back up north again, but I don't know how to get there. I don't want to run through a whole bunch of... You know what? I shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna Hearthstone back. They've got their Apple pens. The Notes have styluses and all that kind of stuff. I got styluses that work on my Pixel. Why no stylus support? Why no Smart Pencil or Smart Pen support for the iPhone? It just seems to make sense. That's not there. And it was just a number of other things. And I sat down, and after being enamored with that iPhone 11 presentation, I just started looking at it closer and closer and realized, now there's still too many shortcomings for me. And I decided not to go it. However, I will tell you this, though, that while looking at the iPhone 11, I kind of fell in love with the iPad Pro. Because the iPad Pro is a small little device that has enough power that I can actually use just the iPad Pro to be a full mobile broadcasting device. I can live stream from it. I can edit video on it. I can shoot 4K video on it. I can do all that kind of stuff in a much more powerful form factor. And I kind of fell in love with the iPad Pro. So, and I used to own an iPad as well years ago, I went ahead and ordered myself an iPad Pro. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. I am getting an iPad Pro. And I'm kind of excited about it. I'm kind of excited about getting an iPad Pro. I get it. There's a cave here. All right, I got to get into this. That's what I wasn't noticing before. Okay, I got to run down this road. So I do have an iPad Pro coming, but I decided, you know what? Nah. So I'm going to wait and see this presentation about the Google Pixel 4. And if it blows me away, I'm going to get a Google Pixel 4. If not, then I'm perfectly happy with this Google Pixel 3 XL, and I'll stick with it for another year or so, but we'll wait and see. All right. Anyway, thanks for the question, dude. Let's see. Charles NC writes, they just retired that arena in Burbank. Oh, they retired the arena? I didn't know that. In Burbank, so that the teams can play in their hometowns. Comcast is building a $50 million arena in Philly for the team. I didn't know that. That's some good information, because I was going to keep going down there. That's too bad, though, that they retired that. It seemed like it was a real hub, but I guess it makes sense for people to be able to play in their hometowns as well. Just Me writes, another tech question. I noticed since you switched to the Sony 6400, I think the Sigma Prime lens for your studio camera, the quality's been great. Thank you so much. I love this lens. And yes, I did buy a Sigma Prime lens. First of all, the main camera I use for me and for Robert is our Sony A6400 cameras. The one that's on Aaron and Chris is a Canon XC15, which is a great camera as well. But I prefer these Sonys. And on the one that's on Robert is the stock lens that comes with it, and it's fabulous. Like, it's a great image of Rob. The one on me is a little bit further away, but I went ahead and got a prime lens for it. And I got the Sigma Prime lens for it. And dude, I tell you what, I have been in love with this thing. Love this prime lens. So when Christian Harloff got a hold of me, and he was telling me about wanting to put his own studio together, and you know, he and I went and had lunch, and he's asking me about how should he put his new studio together and all that kind of stuff. The first thing I said was, because he was looking at these really super expensive but very good, like Canon C100 and Canon C200 cameras, which are amazing. They're very, very good, but they're very big and they're very expensive. Whereas these Sony, they cost me under $2,000. I can't remember the final. Maybe it was around $1,200, $1,500. I can't remember, but significantly cheaper than the Canon C100s. And again, those cameras are great. Damn it! So I got to fight my way through to get to this cave. And so that's why, so those are the cameras that he picked up as well. And he made a good choice. Okay, 1 or 2 more of these shots should kill this guy. Man, these guys can hurt me. They shouldn't be able to hurt me that bad, but they do. But yeah, I love these cameras, man. I'm very, very happy with these cameras and lenses, and I've got a good lighting setup, so it all works together very well. Thanks for pointing that out, man. I appreciate that. King Noble 56, do you play any mobile games like Clash of Clans? The game, I don't play a lot of mobile games right now. What I will not play are any games that have in-app purchases. I'll never play those games again, because I used to play the Simpsons game, and then I realized, holy crap, I've spent like $100 on this Simpsons game that's free, but like $100 with their damn in-app purchases, which were the bane of my existence. And I promised myself, that's it. I'm not going to play any more of these stupid mobile games that are in-app purchases. I want either a truly free game, or I want a good game that I pay $8 for. I'll pay money. I'm okay with paying money for a game as long as I get the whole game. You know what I mean? And I just kind of decided no more. So no, I don't play Clash of Clans. But my buddy Soul plays it a lot. So he's been trying to get me into that game. There was a game that I played obsessively. I think it was called Land Grabbers. I loved Land Grabbers. I was obsessed with that game for like 3 or 4 months. I played that game constantly. So that was one. But I'm actually looking for a good mobile game that I can get into, especially now that I'm getting an iPad. Now that I got my iPad Pro on the way, and it shows up tomorrow. I'm very excited about that. Very excited about getting my iPad tomorrow. My iPad Pro. I'm going to be looking for recommendations from you guys for some good games on iPad, if you guys know of any. I'm going to want you guys to send me some recommendations. Man, I got a lot of fighting to do just to get into this damn cave. Come on. Oh, and I'm almost out of mana. Oh, please die. Shit, I better sit down and drink some water because I am out of mana. Ooh. See, you ran out of mana. You ran out of spells, man. That's no good. So yeah, I'll be looking for some recommendation for you guys. Glass Menageries says Mary Bang kills Stuckman, Harloff, Johns. Nope, not going to play that game. Not going to play that game. All right, Connor McFarley writes, who do you think is the better actor, if you have an opinion on it? De Niro or Pacino? I think Pacino. You know what? It really all depends. Because each of them, in the right role, are just phenomenal. I'll say this. I think Pacino has the better resume, but I'll be honest with you, Connor, man. Dude, that feels like a real Sophie's Choice. I don't think, honestly, I don't think I can pick which one. They're not the same actor. Like, they're different actors. They each bring something a little bit different to the table than the other does. But they're just phenomenal, though, both of them. So I can't pick one. I don't think there's any way to say one is better than the other. I really don't. But that's just me. But whew, two of the best. Neither of them are the GOAT, but they're two of the best. Two of the best ever, like of all time. That's for sure. All right, what are you guys writing? Hold on a second. So you guys are talking about, now you guys are discussing De Niro versus Pacino, which is funny. Let's see here. The Math Master is just writing in and wrote, what are my thoughts on E.T. the Extraterrestrial? I mean, It's one of the all-time classics. It's amazing, obviously. Oh, crap. There's more guys here I got to get through? I'm never going to finish this quest. Like, never going to finish this quest. One fireball should do it. All right. There we go. Pick that up. Hey, by the way, guys, I'm going to let you guys know, since you guys are here, give you a little sneak peek into what we're talking about tomorrow on the show. Do you guys hear this? The Office. The chairman, one of the execs at NBC Universal has revealed that what they want to do is they want to do an Office reboot. They want to do The Office again. And that's what they're looking to do. So we're going to be talking about that on the show. We're going to be talking about the Saved by the Bell stuff, which I think is hilarious. We're going to be talking about this. This came from a conversation I had with a friend of mine earlier, and somebody then wrote it in to me, because I put this up on Twitter, and like 10 minutes later, somebody wrote it in. But the notion of the MCU, that this friend of mine wrote and said, you know, they believe that there is generally the excitement for the MCU has disappeared, or at least really dissipated after Endgame. That with Spider-Man gone, with Tony Stark gone, with Captain America gone, with basically Black Widow is no longer a player. I mean, she's got a prequel movie coming out, but that's basically it. With all that stuff, my friend says, speaking of Saved by the Bell, my friend said, it feels like the MCU now is Saved by the Bell, the new class. And I thought, that's an interesting thing to say, and maybe you're right. But that kind of got some people talking. So I put that up on Twitter, and a bunch of people started talking about it, and then even sent in an email to the John at the John Campea Show thing. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Has the buzz, has the excitement for the MCU dissipated? Has it gone? Oh, crap. How many of these guys do I have to get through? Damn, I'm going to have to sit down and eat and drink. Damn, this guy's hurting me. So I'll take this, and I'm going to skin you, and then I'm going to sit down and eat and drink because I'm about to die. So, eat. Drink. Esteval Garcia writes, who's going to be the next genius inventor in the MCU? Probably Shuri. Remember, they've already confirmed that Shuri is the smartest. That's for those of you not keeping track. Shuri is Black Panther's sister. They've already confirmed that she is the smartest person in the MCU. That included Tony Stark. They've said Shuri is the smartest person in the MCU. So that's what the producer said. That's what they said. So that's what it is. She's the smartest. So I'm going to guess that she's going to be the next great inventor until they bring along Reed Richards. I don't know that they're going to say that Reed Richards is as smart as Shuri, but they'll at least say that he's a great inventor. That much they'll do at least. At the minimum, they'll do that. So we'll see. All right. I got to try to just finish this quest. I'm just letting my mana get back up because there's another wolf over here. There's two wolves over here. Okay, I got to turn one into a sheep. And then this guy I will kill. See, I got to kill this guy quick because this other guy is going to turn into... Okay, now this guy... Okay, now I can move away from him, hit him from a distance. And I'm dying. And I'm dead. Oh, he died. Oh my god. I was on like 1 hit point left. I was on like 1 hit point left. I thought I was going to die. Well, that was closer than it should have been. That was much closer than it should have been. Anyway. So yeah, we're going to talk about that on the show tomorrow. The whole MCU thing, where are we at with it? How are people feeling about it? Because I got to admit, I am not feeling the same excitement about the MCU and all that kind of stuff. Like, when Comic-Con happened, like, yeah, there was a bunch of buzz for a couple of days, but then there was also a lot of, you know, what's behind me? Oh, God. Shit. I'm dead. I have to get out. And hopefully I'll be able to use a new freeze. Yeah, that did not go well. Oh my god. I went around the corner and there were like 4 guys there. Oh, this is going to be tougher than I thought. So I got to run away. All right. I'm bravely running away like Sir Robin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the Sepulchre and go into the inn and rest up. And then I will continue this quest tomorrow. I think I'm just going to do this quest tomorrow. Anyway, Mike Roach writes, would Harloff beat you in a measuring contest? What kind of stupid fucking thing is that to ask? That was pretty stupid and ignorant. Anyway, gonna call it a day. Gonna call it a day. Hold a second. How much of this stuff do I have? Okay, enough, I guess. Yeah, Bear. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to go back there tomorrow. I guess what I might do is go back to the Undercity. That's kind of the main headquarters for the undead. See if I can buy, although I might not be able to, but I gotta see if I can buy some better armor, some stuff to get me more mana, because I kept running out of mana. That's going to become a problem, especially if I go back into that cave, and then maybe try to take a run at that cave again, because that cave is giving me fits. That cave is absolutely giving me fits. But we'll have to see how that goes. Anyway. Let me get into the no mail. And as soon as I go in here, the little Z's, there it goes. I'm now resting. All right. Okay, guys. I got to run. Ann and I have to go out, but thanks for hanging out with me as I was doing this play and chat. Sorry that I wasn't able to finish that damn cave get into that. I barely got into that cave, and the guy started beating the shit out of me. Oh, it looks like I do have a quest I can turn in, though. Oh, that's right. I had to bring that when I went to the boat. There, I can turn this in. There, that's cool. And pick up a new quest, so that's good, too. So yeah, somebody Leech Live just shot in one last question here. Let me just answer this before I go. I love the movie Hancock. Why do you think the sequel never happened? I don't know. I mean, that's honestly been a question that's come up a lot over the years. Like, Hancock, not only was it pretty decent, I mean, the third act wasn't the best, granted, but I think overall it was a pretty decent film. And the fact of the matter is, it made money. It made decent money. I mean, it wasn't the biggest blockbuster in the world, but it made decent money. People generally liked it. Honest with you, I'm not sure. You know what? If I ever get a chance to sit down with Will Smith, which I probably never will, but if I ever get a chance to sit down with Will Smith, that'll probably be the first question I ask him. It's like, seriously, what happened with Hancock? Like, people seem to generally like it. It was a pretty good movie. It made a good amount of money. It was a superhero movie ahead of its time a little bit. It's a superhero movie, an original superhero movie, not based on a comic book character, which is, I think, something we need right now. You know, why not? Why didn't that happen? I would be very, very curious to ask him that. So anyway, we'll have to, who knows? But that is one of the great questions that we'll constantly have to ask ourselves. All right, guys, that'll do it for me. I'm out of here. Don't forget the John Campea Show tomorrow morning. Me, Robert, and Chris will be here. Come on by and join us. The water is fine in the little hot tub of love we call the John Campea Show. That was an inappropriate. That didn't come out the way I thought it was going to come out. Anyway, guys, that'll do it for me. Thanks for being here. My name is John, of course. And until next time, I'll see you later.